before he decided that it was just another big hoax. About a month.
Hang on. Ooh, this was interesting. I was looking at Hiroo Onoda. Y'all, if you remember, that is the Japanese soldier who fought for 27 or 29 years after the World War II ended. He stayed in the woods and continued to fight. It was interesting. They were talking about the part here where the family was sending him letters. They were trying to tell him, listen, come on out the woods. He stayed in the Philippines. It was on a Philippine island. And he was still fighting the Japanese, but really they were the Filipinos. Just going to collect some mangoes or something like that. Killed 30 of them, but he just kept fighting the war. He didn't know when it was over. His family tried to get him to stop, send pictures of baby kids, sent letters, diaries. Hey, come on out to Uncle and Nada, get on out the woods, man. The war is over. I feel like that. I kind of feel like that. You know what? I'm gonna ask the question. How crazy was Hiroo Onoda really? How crazy was it? You know anybody still fighting wars? I know a couple. You know anybody still cheering for war? And we like to bring veterans home and make them live under sidewalks in Las Vegas. A lot of people still fighting wars. Brother was born, little Hiroo. I like that name, actually. Little fella was born, Hiroo. The war started. The king convinced him that he was in conflict with the Allies. Turns out, the Allies didn't know who he was. War was actually already over, but you know, we lived in a state of war. And I don't think he was ridiculous. Most of my family and friends just like him. They're fighting with everybody else. The middle class is fighting with the poor, fighting with the upper class, the left, right, the black, white, everybody at war, the Iranians and America. Ooh, you know what I gotta show y'all? So in my studies yesterday, looking more into why they won't investigate, why your government, your Democrats and Republicans won't get that man that killed Martin Luther King. Did you know that this brother slipped? Did y'all hear the brother slip who said he got out the way so they could shoot King? Did y'all hear that? I guess I can show you. I heard about it. I think I heard about it. Billy Kyle's. I never saw it. Let me show you this dude. Hang on, I can show you. He slipped up. God to make you do funny things. That's the way Dick Gregory said it. He said, God to make you do funny things. He was giving a speech. He's another preacher. He was the one standing next to King. And he slipped up and he said, oh, I had to get out the way so they could have a clearer shot. Let me show you this ridiculous phrase. Look at this.
And we spent that last hour together in room 306 at the Lorraine Motel. The press is always curious, and writers, what went on? What did you talk about? I say, we just talk preacher talk. What preachers talk about when they get together.
Y'all pay real attention to what you're fixing to hear now.
About 5:45.
That's a good question. What do preachers talk about? What's preacher talk? Before you planning on having the other preacher shot, and you're gonna get out the way so the other preacher gets shot because you was working with the U.S. federal government, you was working with this side and that side, civil rights leaders, so you can kill that man. What do preachers talk about before they murder each other?
We walked on the balcony, and he was talking to people in the courtyard. He stood here and I stood there. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear. Only as I moved away, so we could have a clear shot.
You know that when you get that hiccup? And there's the problem with getting old. Because you get old, you get this gray on your face, and your brain doesn't do what it needs to, and this your neuron connects to that neuron and that dendrite, and you meant to say this, but then the truth came out. We need to stop being at war with the wrong people. I'm just gonna say, the only war that's ever been fought is the haves versus the have-nots. You need to stop being on sides with people because they look like you. You need to cut it out. You need to stop trusting people because they're preachers and you're a preacher. That's not how the world works. The world is about money and power. Look at this man. And at this moment in time, because he just finished letting everybody know that he helped the men who killed Martin Luther King, and it was not the little lonely shooter. What was his name? The little guy got caught driving while white. What's his name? The poor guy. Anyway, driving the Mustang, got caught driving while white. But this dude done said it right there. He done let you know. just feeding this. I don't want to talk about that. I just saw that yesterday. Figure I had to share it. I heard about Billy Kyle's. But can I say it? I can say it right. It's not Billy Kyle's. It's Reverend Billy Kyle's. Let me make sure I say it right. But then you slip in that moment when you know you got that brain fart and you realize you slipped up and said something true. And I don't know if y'all remember, what movie was that where the cop was interviewing the kid, the gang member. He said, you know you messed up right now. Now you know you messed up. Now you said you bought the beer at 9:30. It was 9:20. You know you messed up right now. He messed up right now. Y'all are right. Menace to society. He messed up right now. But now see how he's gonna try to clear it up. But he said the truth right there.
Only as I moved away so we could have a clear shot. The shot rang out.
Thank you.
I turned around and then stood back on the balcony.
Messed up, said the truth. Messed up and said the truth. The truth is a mother. The truth always comes out. It takes a matter of time. And that's why I said you can't be Hiroo Onoda no more. No more. You gotta be done with it. You gotta be done with it. I spent my morning listening to the Mole People documentary. Mole People is about the people who live in caves under Las Vegas. One of them was a veteran. A whole bunch of them are veterans. Y'all stop fighting wars that ain't got nothing to do with you. Stop cheering for political parties that ain't got nothing to do with you. Stop worrying about world conflict that ain't got nothing to do with you. Hashtag nothing, ain't got nothing to do with you. Get out of the vaccine war. Get out of that war. It ain't got nothing to do with you. That's about pharmaceutical companies and profit. Get out of the war on drugs. That ain't got nothing to do with you. Shut up. Leave it alone. That's just about billionaires making money. How ridiculous was this man really? Some of y'all still in the race fight. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, good morning, everybody. How y'all doing? I just think we need to get out of these wars. I think we got a whole lot less things in conflict and a whole lot more things in common. So how ridiculous was he really? He stayed out there for only 29 years. Some of y'all 65. Some of y'all 65 still fighting the bankers' war. Some of y'all still cheering, we gotta stop Iran. There's no such thing as Iran. It's just banks. That's all it is. Just banks and resources and killing poor people, stealing what they can while they gut your country. That was the emotion I had this morning, listening to the Mole People documentary. I have to post it. People living under Las Vegas, pregnant people, single moms, people running from the law, knowing they didn't break a constitutional law. I gotta say, I really don't give two damns about your laws. I don't care, because your laws aren't constitutional. Those people are political prisoners. That's all they are. Close those prisons, let those people out. But people live under the ground like moles and Morlocks. Why? Because the middle class is trying to fight and become the upper class. And the upper class wants to become the elites. And the left got to fight the right over ego. And meanwhile, in America, you only got one out. You only got one out if you're the unfittest, the unluckiest, which is to go underground and starve and die peacefully on drugs like a good American. That's your American duty, because that's what America's for. All right, anyway. Good morning, everybody. How y'all doing this morning? Wait. Am I ready to go? I'm ready to go. Let me tell you some music. How y'all doing? How you doing? I'm happy. Every Martin Luther King Day more truth come out. More truth comes out. The truth always comes out in time. Just wait on it. It took Amato, what's his name? Not Amato. Amato was the admiral. It took Onoda 27 years to find out the truth that the war was over. When are we gonna find out? When you gonna find out that the war is over? When you gonna find out that the war is always a lie? Every single war, every single conflict we got going. When you gonna find out that's a lie? How long is it gonna take you? This is Onoda. This is him coming to Marcos, turning in his sword. He finally agreed to it. They sent flyers out there. They sent teams out there. People went out there. They sent letters and diaries and family pictures to try to get him to come out the woods. Listen, you're not in conflict with Iran. You're not in conflict with Iraq. You're not in conflict with Saudi Arabia. It's just banks. It's just banks and billionaires putting this group of dummies against that group of dummies so they can steal some resources. That's all it ever is. We still got people in conflict. Conflicts that got nothing to do with them. Still in the woods. Still in the Fox in the woods. No, Fox in the woods. Still in the CNN woods. Still in the MSNBC woods. When we gonna come out the woods? That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. Did y'all see the gun protest yesterday? Oh, I was cheering that. I got to show you a picture. I got in trouble for this one. I got to show you a picture. Listen, I'm always in favor of poor people that are armed. I'm going to tell you right now, y'all not going to like it. People get upset. I thought you were on our side. I'm on the poor people's side. I'm always going to be on the poor people's side. I'm a poor people. Why would I be on the billionaire side of keeping the system going? Not rocking the boat. I'm always on the arm the poor people. They need to have all the. In fact, you know what? We need to have weapons trafficking deals with the mole people under Las Vegas. That's what we need to do. Why? Because the pregnant people under there is angry with y'all did with this country, and they might need to show you how angry they are. Poor people, they ain't listen. I am not about disarm poor people. I'm all about disarm the wealthy. Disarm the wealthy, disarm the banks, disarm the left, disarm the right, disarm the Pentagon, shut them down. They're the ones who kill people. Don't nobody else really kill people to any major degree. I gotta show you this picture, this young man. I gotta show you. Oh, this young man, he done showed up with a 50 cal. Did y'all see yesterday? I couldn't see it. They said they were blocking the videos on YouTube. People were trying to live stream from the Virginia rally. And honestly, I don't even know what it was about. I didn't even see any speeches. I just know when poor people get up and say we need some guns, I think they should have some guns. That's what I think. I'm always about poor people. They say they need to have some spears. I'm not going to ask who's coming to your country to get some slaves. I'm going to say get the poor people some spears. They need them. Why? Because the kings and lords always got military. All right, here we go. I gotta show you this young man. Like, he didn't show up with his little cap gun. He wants y'all to see his cap gun. He didn't show up. People didn't like this at all. He was at the rally. He didn't have his 50 cal. 50 cal. And I laugh. I think this is all funny and hilarious. I do. I'm not scared of guns. Guns don't scare me. Stupid people scare me. Pentagons don't even scare. Actually, you know what? Only bears scare me. But poor people with guns don't. I've seen guns my whole life. I had guns shoved in my face by all your little police states. I'm not scared of those things. You gonna pull the trigger or not? What you gonna do? I default to Denzel Washington on that point. Listen, I'm the king around here. I run this body. You don't run this body. You gonna pull the trigger? Let me get on with my day. Pull the trigger. Let me go become some wave creature, spiritual energy, back to the oneness, or shut the hell up. Get out my way. I'm not worried about your deep state and the drones and wars. I don't have any fear. I'm a grown man. I lived a good life. This young man, he needs to have a life. He shouldn't have fear. I don't even know how old he is. How old do you think that kid is? I say that young man is probably about 18, 19. We jacked him up. He didn't jack him up. We jacked him up. The only reason that young man thinks he needs a gun is because we created a society full of fear. That's the only reason we got it. He should be out, I think he's about 19, maybe he's 20. He should be playing video games. He should be riding a big wheel. He should be chasing girls, drinking beer. They're having fun. Going to parties and stuff. We broke the nation. He didn't break the nation, so I got his back. I got his back all day. People like, oh, he shouldn't have a gun. You shouldn't have a Pentagon. Why does he have a gun? Because you got a voting lever. That's why you got a gun. Accountability, that's what I believe in. I was voting my whole life. I'm the reason that man feels unsafe, that young man. I was supposed to build a world where he felt safe, where he ain't got to have a 50 cal, he might trip over on the curb and hurt himself. Shoot a whole crowd of people. Anyway. So that's my take on it. I'm not for your gun laws. I'm not for them. We need military control. That's what we need. We need Pentagon. We need common sense Pentagon laws. We don't need common sense poor people gun laws. I'm sorry, I'm completely against it. So this was yesterday, and I have no idea what even happened in the Virginia rally. If it weren't for this brother, who was the brother down here? One of these brothers, not that brother, that's the brother with the fake eyes. No, it was a brother. Oh, I forgot his, okay, he's gone. All right, anyway. How y'all doing? I'm glad y'all stood up. I'm glad. Great commentary on it too. People say, yeah, get out there and go get him. When you gonna go out there, Gerard, and stand out there with him? I ain't going out there. Not me. You got the wrong person. I'm sorry. Did you think I was gonna go out to a gun rally? No, not me. Somebody said, oh, well, we had everybody out there. Who? That Sister Christine? Christine, did you go? She said, oh, we had LGBTQ, we had the right, we had the left, we had everybody out at the Virginia gun rally. I'm like, all right, go Virginia. Go Virginia. No, I ain't going. Cause you know what? I'll say, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. You can't make me go. I ain't ready. I ain't ready. Because you know, you see how big the 50 cal was? Does that scare anybody? See how big that was? How aggressive? Like he could knock something down with that. Yeah, he can shoot a lot of poor people with that. He ain't shooting no Pentagon with that. You have no idea what these people have. I keep trying to tell my friends, like, oh, we're going to fight the revolution. No, you're not. No, you're not. I'm trying to tell you. These people have, you still got a pop gun. As big and scary as that you think that, what you think that these Pentagon, once again, these people got laser rifles, man. They could have went in the crowd. Everybody could have had a 50 cal, some grenades and tanks and everything else. And one little deep state soldier with a laser rifle because it go, and get you all. Get all of you, oh, the whole crowd, everybody. I don't believe in violent revolution. I fight when you don't have no intel, man. Intel, you know what intel is? Intel. You need to come out to the protest. No, because you're going to put me next to a Trump sign. I done did that once. Y'all got me. I ain't doing that again. I went out to a poor people rally, stand next to an Obama sign. Hell no. No, I don't believe in these people. No. Was LGBTQ? Yes, they were, because there's always some LGBTQ at the gun rallies. Why? Because they ain't stupid. They grew up in your nation. They know they ain't got no rights. They know you hate them, and they know you done roll AIDS out for them and hid the cures in the vaccine. Oh, no, they got guns. There's always some of them out there. They ain't stupid. They say, oh, there's women out there too. Yeah, hell yeah, there should be women out there. Little girls ain't stupid. They grew up watching your TV. They know you hate them. They know they ain't gonna get a fair shake. They know they ain't got no rights and they ain't safe. So yeah, there's always a couple of them, but the vast majority is gonna be some Trump voters, and I'll be right out there next to a Trump sign. And y'all ain't getting me. Hell no. I love my brother Trump. I do love him. I don't like what he do, but you ain't get me next to his sign. That's not gonna happen. Try to trick me into going to a rally. No, not till people wake up. Not till people wake up. I'm gonna stay right at home. Right at home. I'm gonna stay right at. See, I'm not gonna look. I'm not at war with none of y'all. This is what I'm saying. I ain't Onoda. That's his name, Onoda. I ain't at war with. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. It's probably Japanese racism or something. But I ain't at war with nobody. I'm not in the woods with my. I'm not in the woods. I ain't scared of none of your guns or your deep state, nothing. Just keep in mind they can get you all. Just keep that in mind. Don't be ridiculous like the Area 51. Hey, they can't get us all. They can get every last one of you. They get your mama too. They get grandma. Everybody at home. They get you with one laser rifle, and they get everybody else at home with 5G. They get all of you. They get all of you. Everybody that you know. So I'm just saying. When everybody's ready to go, that's when I'm ready to go. Right now it's about education. Too many people at war with stuff that I don't understand. You got people fighting side effect wars. And so yeah, I can't get down with that. I don't know. It's the education system, y'all. Anyway, good morning. How's everybody doing this morning? So I had to add to the list. It's 3 now. It's 3. I don't give two dams. I don't give dams. I like dams better because I don't like dams. That's kind of cut. I don't give dams. I don't give dams about your government and voting until 3 people got to get arrested. Okay. And I think one of them did. So it's kind of hard to get the doctor to put the pillow on Martin Luther King's face that actually killed him. That dude got to go. We got to hear something. Because if you listen to Coretta Scott King, if you listen to her final message, after that last hearing, when they realized that the guy didn't got away and the guy that shot him got away, and that a preacher that stood next to him and stood away from him so he didn't get a clear shot so he didn't get no blood on him. Come on, man. You got to arrest him too. I'm done. I'm done. Oh, it was a good day yesterday. It was a good day. I didn't see too many people posting Martin Luther King quotes. They ain't never heard a Martin Luther King speech in their life. I think they unfriended me. That's probably what happened. But I didn't see too many. I didn't see any speeches. But then again, I don't live in your woods. I'm not out in the war woods and CNN and Fox. I'm sure they was on TV lying. We miss Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King was against one war. Y'all got 12 endless wars going on right now. All right. Anyway, I'm done. How y'all doing this morning? Who y'all at war with? Y'all in the woods hiding in the jungle with your gun. You know World War II ended. I'm just letting you know that. All the wars that ended. We can go through all of them. The drug war's over. We realized that the DEA was a criminal organization put together unconstitutionally, and they can only Schedule I things that were not medicinal. We now realize that everything is medicinal. Everything is medicinal, from cocaine, which was in Coca-Cola, to cannabis. That's cannabis, most medicinal plant on the planet, to crack cocaine. Yes, crack cocaine is medicinal because if you went out and fought in the billionaires war because you got a lying, criminal, treasonous government to come home, yes, hell yeah, crack is it's medicinal as a mother. you gotta live in a cave and poo flowing down through the tubes, and you trying to live and trying to make some lunch or something, and you live under New York City. Hell no, hell yeah, crack medicinal. So no, that war is over. The drug war is over. It's done. It's done. That's done. You need to come out the woods on that one. The vaccine war, that's over. That's done. Got too many doctors. You can't even count all the doctors now saying, yeah, we need to test this. Del Bigtree was right. We need to do some more tests. One doctor, we can even listen to that. Oh, he was deep. He was on RT yesterday. I listened to it this morning. He explained that the vaccine science is 100 years old. It is based on 2 modalities within immunity and how the immune system works. And now they realize they're endless modalities. They got to update the whole foundation of that fake pseudoscience. Hell no, you ain't putting that in me. No, that war is over. That's a religion. That's done. Your God done left and forsake you, because science now proved that you don't know what you're talking about. Whole lot of war is over. Whole lot of war is over. Y'all need to come on out the woods, right? All the American wars, all of them, everything the Pentagon done said, from the Iraq war to the Congo war to Latin America, all toppling all those countries down there, stealing their resources, the Middle East, the oil war. We now know that they're all started on false flags. Oh, and how many books been written on that stuff? How many books did they tell you that them wars is over? Y'all need to come on out them woods, man. Come on out, there's ticks out there, damn it. All right, I'm sorry. I'm having some fun. There's a lot of wars that need to come to an end, y'all. It's a whole bunch of the free energy war. You need to close that out. Did y'all hear? Suppose I might in UFO news and free energy news. Because that's the best way to say it. I ain't worried about the aliens. I'm worried about your criminal government that's got UFOs from the past and making free energy with them. Eisenhower or Roosevelt. I forgot who said that. There actually was a Freedom of Information Act document where he said that something about celestial craft. Using technology from celestial craft, which helped them to make the atom bombs. I'm done. I'm done with the free energy. That war's, come on out them woods. They got free energy craft. You don't need to see him on all the news stations, all the free energy craft flying around. Come on out them woods. Come on. Job, that's another war. Come on out the career job news. Come on out that wood. That's another wood you need to come on out of, because you don't need to go to work, and you don't need to be a slave, and your kids don't need to be slaves neither. Your kids need to go be musicians and artists, do beautiful things. I don't know, some of them need to dig some ditches or something, do some crayons on the walls. I don't know, some of them a little slow, but that's okay. We love them to death. And you need to stop going to work. 60% of jobs done been outdone by robots and computers and automation. You're inefficient, you're a human, 98% monkey, you're great at swinging in the woods, grabbing bananas. You're really dumb at doing TPS reports. You need to come on out in the woods too. Come on out the woods. We don't need to be forced labor slaves no more. We need a paradigm shift in the world. All the wars need to come to an end. Y'all need to come on out the woods. Come on out the Bigfoot woods, because you know Bigfoot was real. I don't know, is Bigfoot real? I kind of think Bigfoot might be real. I think he's a Gigantopithecus that's hanging around maybe, but I don't know. Maybe stay in the woods on that one. Maybe stay in the Loch Ness Monster woods. You see what I'm saying? Y'all like carrying this war on. You're still in the woods like Onoda. You got your bayonet. You're writing your reports at night. You're fighting for people that don't give two damns about you. People pissing in your water, putting Viagra in there and pesticide chemicals in your food. To hide every cure for cancer they find. They keep finding cure. We just talked about it yesterday. Found 1,000 cures for cancer. Oh no, we can't let the public see that. That's a cure for cancer. Put that away. Put that in a box. Buy it, pay it off, kill the doctor, throw the machine in the trash, do something. No, we can't do that. We can't help them at all. Y'all need to come out them woods. Come on out them woods. You're gonna get an infection or something out there pissing in the bushes using leaves to wipe your butt. You're gonna get an infection. Come on in out the woods. Thank goodness Marcos brought him in. I did that once. That's a bad idea. Don't do that. Don't do it. When I was a kid, I like being in the woods. I did. It wasn't. Sometimes, I was born in a conflict world. I was born in conflict with people. I was out in the woods, had to take a dump. Did a dump and just, dried leaves. No. Ooh, the memory. Ooh, that's nasty. All right, I'm good. I didn't want to use no wet leaves, though, because I couldn't recognize poison ivy back then. That'd have been a mess. I was a Boy Scout, but I was not that good yet. I was still too young. I just didn't want to go home because Mama, she'd probably make me like rake leaves and clean the house and dust and do all that slavery stuff. So I wasn't going home. I got to go boo-boo. I'm going boo-boo in the woods. I don't know how old I was. I was probably 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't even remember. But right on the log, just don't use no dried leaves. See, Onoda, he didn't use dried leaves. He's in the woods. He knew how to make it sustainable. I was pulling crackly dry leaves out my butt all the rest of the day. It was horrible, horrible. Anyway, good morning. How's everybody doing? I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I had to get all that out. That's all out. I had to get it all out. Good morning, Patricia. Good morning, Christine, Hillary, Brother Beaufort. How y'all doing? What y'all want to talk about today? We can go straight to the news if y'all want. I thought the vaccine stuff was interesting. I'd love to let y'all listen to that doctor. Because he's a doctor. He's a doctor. You got to keep saying he's a doctor. Otherwise, they shut your video. He's a doctor, y'all. He's a doctor. He's saying we need to go slow. He's a doctor. He's a doctor. Don't shoot nothing. I believe I pull Kikumo D when it comes to all chemical drugs and vax laboratory products, all of them. Ain't nobody shooting nothing in my butt. That's what he said, Kumo D, in that song a long time. Ain't nobody shooting nothing in my arm. Ain't nobody shooting nothing in my leg. Ain't nobody shooting nothing in that. Now, if you want to get a shot in your butt and you think that's going to make you healthy and strong, then you should go get it. I'm all for you, but there ain't nobody shooting nothing in my butt. That's not happening. Not happening. Not happening. Grandmama said that, and I believe it. Don't let nobody mess with what go in one hole or come out the other hole. I believe her because I trust her. I don't trust you. I'm not at war with you, but I don't trust you. I definitely don't trust no pharmaceutical industry. Anyway, good morning to y'all. Yes, Kim, it is a good day. Every day is a good day. Above them clouds up there, I ain't got no clouds. It's just sun right there. But above them clouds is always the sun. You just got to get in that airplane and get above them clouds. Do not let anybody hold your day down. Your bad day is coming. Who is that? Brother Adam. Brother Adam, you got a bad day coming. Who is that? Stephanie. Stephanie, you got a bad day coming. It might be 3 days from now. It might be 7 days from now. You ain't got no business making bad days out of good days. And anybody around you who wants to make your good days into bad days, tell them, listen, I got a bad day coming. I really ain't got time for you. I really ain't got time for your negativity. I don't. That's like my bad day. I got 2.5 more days to my bad day get here. And I can't do nothing about that. But I can do something about you trying to poop on my day. All right, anyway, good morning. Woo! Almost like Farrakhan saying, so what if we had something to do with Malcolm's death? Whoa! Did he, Adam? That's not surprising. That's not surprising. People in power, they love power. They do powerful things. People in power do powerful things. That's why we need a world with no power. Nobody has any power over anybody else because people in power do powerful things. It shouldn't surprise anybody. Doesn't surprise me. People in power sometimes got to kill people to stay in power, and that's what they do. Good morning, Verna. Good morning, Rebecca. But what's that? Make sure you don't get me. I don't get no blood on this suit. I'm gonna go stand on over here. How's that? And I bet you that man still got a church. I bet you somebody's still in that war. I bet you that man still has a church. He probably still preaching. Probably leave Sunday school. Probably leave Sunday school. I told everybody he stood out the way so they can shoot Martin Luther King and get a clean shot. This is what I'm saying. You know, you got to trust things. And I didn't hear the man say that. But I read the FBI files. I read the FBI, the cables they recorded where the Klan was reaching out to the civil rights leader. And they were like, yeah, we got to kill this man. We got to, he ain't down with Lyndon Johnson and the Vietnam War. People will sell you out. I'm trying to tell you, you don't need to follow nobody. You don't have no leader. Who's that? Brother Tony, what's going on, Tony? Don't you have a rant today? Y'all need to tune in to Tony's rant today. Don't you have a rant? Tony, what happened? See, I'm the nice guy. I'm explaining who Tony is for a minute. I get out here, I try to say nice things. Have a nice day, everybody. Be beautiful. Be beautiful. Love one another. Everybody's your family. And Tony says that too. He just doesn't say it with his few colorful metaphors. Tony likes to greet us the moron population. They cuss at you, but he tell you the truth. That brother knows what's going on when it comes to Federal Reserve and banking. So I want y'all to, right there, the name is Tony Smith. Y'all need to tune in to Tony Smith later today. Brother, go ahead and post a link for your rant. People, you need to listen to this man's rant because not everybody is gravitating to my message. They're like, I don't want love and peace and kindness. I don't want to hear that. I need somebody to yell, scream at me. I need somebody to talk about my mama, slap me in the face, call me a moron. Because some people need to hear it that way. Some people need to hear it that way. And I appreciate Tony and his message. Good morning, Mags. Forcing vaccines has to do with me. Whoa, what's this, Lori? Forcing vaccines has to do with me. Well, Lori, I don't know what you're saying. Hang on, girl. What you saying? What you saying, sister? Are you saying forcing vaccines has to do with me, as in you help the pharmaceutical companies or you work for them? Or you're saying it has nothing to do with you, as in you ain't putting nothing in me? And I agree with that. But if you want to put them in you, you can put them in you. I just don't agree with you putting them in Megs. That's all I'm saying. I'm not against it. You know what? I don't know. I'm on the fence. I might become an anti-vaxxer. You know why? Because y'all don't like it. That's why. There's a lot of anti-vaxxers that like if you say you're anti-vax, people supposed to be mad at you. And every time I listen to somebody talk, they're like, I'm not really against vaccines. And that's how I used to talk for the last year or so. I might be anti-vaxxer. I might be proud of it. That might be coming in a moment. Because anytime people are like, well, what is the point in like taking a step back? What's the point in taking a step back? I think if you want to be an anti-vaxxer, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's your business. You got to do you. Don't let other people say, you're an anti-vaxxer. You know, you're a pro-pharmaceutical. And who kills more people? The pharmaceutical industry. The number one killer in the country right now, selling them statin drugs. People dying from cheddar cheese because they pretended that taking statin drugs will lower your cholesterol and you won't die. So you're a murderer. So I might be a proud anti-vax in a minute. Not really, because I'm not really anti-anything. But I might be just because it's controversial. It's good to be controversial. Especially when you're talking about criminal organizations that are still posing as healers. Anyway, come on, Christine. Laws to protect the powerful. Every single law is to protect the powerful, Christine. As you know, every last one. I don't believe in none of them. None of them. Every law is illegal. Bob Marley said it from his mouth to my ears, and I absolutely believe it. All these people running from the law, they're all free men. They're all free men. Every last one of them is free men. Free men and free women. They didn't break any law. The only law we have in this land is the Constitution. Your criminal government done turned on that, so I don't give two damn what they got to say about anything. I don't. Not that they get it right. Good morning, Brother Mark. Good morning, Heather, Dale, Don, Betty. Let me see. You like my sweater? Thank you, man. You like my sweater. Meg like my sweater. Thank you. This is like my, I can't even say Cosby sweater because I'm going to get in trouble if I say that, but it was a Cosby sweater back when Cosby had these nice sweaters. And I never seen a lot of black people with nice sweaters growing up, and he had the nice sweater. This is my Cosby sweater. But you can't say it now because then people get upset. I'm just saying, listen, y'all, we made Bill Cosby. All right, that's how I get down on Bill Cosby. That's how I get down on everybody. We made these people. All right. Have you ever bought a Jello pudding pop in your life? Okay, if you bought a Jello pudding, have you ever did you do Pepsi Cola commercials? Did you ever listen to Bill Cosby himself? You ever share it, put the memes out there, listen to the records? You ever do that? We made that man, that monster. How do you think he bought them pills? I love accountability. I love accountability. We done made that man. Like, I don't want to subscribe to that. See how the happy faces went down? No, you bought the album. You a part of it. You don't like it, but you are. That's what I'm saying. When you blame the system and you take on your own accountability, we can actually fix problems. But if you're not willing to look in that mirror, then you know, Michael Jackson, he touched kids. He didn't touch kids. He touched kids. He didn't touch kids. How Michael Jackson to get the power and money and fame to touch kids if he touched kids? I don't know. All I know is nobody should have that power. That's what I know. No parent should be in love with another man or woman or entertain that much. Say, hey, just take our kids, take them for the weekend. I don't know you, don't know your mama. I just watch you on TV. Just take the kids and keep them for a week or two and see what happens. And you got giraffes and monkeys and rhinos and everything else at the house. No, it's the system, y'all. The system needs to come down. You stop worshiping these stars. But we did it. We did it. Like I believe in it with the behavioral scientists and the neuroscientists say all the abusers were abused, period. And I know it's only 99.9%, but that's fine. 100% of them. They're all abused. We live in an abusive system that cranks out mentally ill people who abuse other people. Fix the system. Stop crying about the side effects. Good morning, Betty. Let me see. What's going on, Rebecca? Maybe every do-over, every life form shrinks. A few more do-overs, folks. Maybe as small as pebbles. I'm gonna have to go down in the comments because Rebecca, I have no idea what you're talking about, girl. I love you to death. I have no idea. Is that a cat thing? Maybe every do-over. That's just so deep. Maybe I'm not drinking enough coffee this morning early for that. Maybe every do-over, every life form shrinks. Every do-over. Are you talking about like the Kali Yugas? Every do-over, every life form shrinks. A few more do-overs, folks. Maybe as small as pebbles. Oh, yes! Yes! Yeah. Oh, Rebecca, you're going to take me somewhere. Yes, absolutely. You know what she's talking about? Y'all, she's talking about the night CO2. Right, because the CO2, there used to be a lot more CO2 way back in ancient time. We were big dinosaurs, giants, the Native Americans, everybody talked about these giants, all the cultures and all the continents. And people are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Some weird stuff happened because you had the pygmies. and eventually will be as small as that hole in the pyramids. That's what I think that the little hole they found in the pyramid is. In the Great Pyramid, the little channel where only somebody 12 inches long. I think we done been big, got small, been big, got small, been big. I think it's a cycle. I think it's a cycle, Rebecca. And I think, yeah, it eventually will be as small as pebbles. The real question though is, are there pebble people walking around here right now? That's what I wonder, Rebecca. Like, but there probably are. The pebble people around there don't say nothing to us. They're like aliens. If the pebble people are here, they probably got high technology, flying UFOs and ships. Ooh, did I find one? The anti-comma, what's his name? The anti-comma people? Hang on. The anti-comma man. What happened to him? Do y'all remember the anti-comma people? What's his name? Who found the little alien, the little pebble guy, real small guy, anti-comma human? Hang on. Anti-comma. Who was the guy who found that? It was in Mexico somewhere? No, I can't find it. Somebody who posted. The anti-comma. So I think it's possible. Maybe we get smaller and smaller and smaller. Maybe. Let me see. I'm way up in comments. Maybe I should go way down. Oh, y'all talking about the gun. Oh, doesn't look frightening at all? I need to go down in the comments. Doesn't look frightening at all. No, Christine, the guns don't frighten. I'm not scared of guns. Why would I be scared of guns? I'm scared of economic systems. I think I'm scared of central banking. I'm scared of what that does to people, but I'm not scared of guns. Why would I be scared of a gun? You know, I'm the one who created the scarcity that made that man want to pull the trigger. That's stupid. It would be stupid for me to be scared of guns. I need to be scared of my own apathy. That's what I need to be scared of. I need to be scared of keeping communities that raise little kids and make them monsters. Yes, Ivana said it. The Atacama. Atacama, did I spell it right? Atacama. See a picture of the Atacama people. Atacama alien. Did the test ever come back on that? I tried to follow that. Anybody follow that? I know some of y'all follow this. Did the test it because they were going to test it? Is this the one where they tested and they said that it was human DNA or something like that? That it was somehow a shrunken human? That doesn't look human to me. I could be wrong. I went to school with a lot of weird looking people. Don't get me wrong. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area. They made them all shapes and sizes, all kind of shapes, this foreheads and cones and all kind of jaws. I never seen nothing like that. It's about he can fit in the palm of your hand. Could that be an alien? Could be. Could be a human from the past 250 million years ago. Could be. I don't know. Once again, I live in a country where my government lies to me about everything. Everything. They've given up on telling the truth. They don't like the truth at all because the truth don't get no votes. Oh yeah, Brian Forster investigated. Yeah, well, Brian Forster was the one he was investigated, right, Ivana? What was the answer back on that? Was that an alien? You know the funny thing, if they come back, Ivana, and they say that was an alien, that's not gonna change nobody's day. That's not gonna change nothing. It's not gonna change, not for these people, not the people in war. They're still gonna come out the vaccines are safe and effective. You know, they still gonna be fighting that. We gotta stop the drug war because it's hurting our communities. Get the guns off the street. We gotta stop Iran. They're the safest government on the land. They haven't invaded anybody in 100 years. They're just too patient. We can't get them into a war. They wouldn't stop anything. Like, y'all, this is an alien. Y'all know this. Like, we gotta go fight other poor people. That's what brainwashing will do to you. And that's why he stayed out there that long. That's why, because they raised him as an American citizen. They got him worshiping a flag and worshiping race and religion and silly stuff. He stayed out there. He wasn't coming in. No matter, his family couldn't bring him in. Nobody could bring him. He stayed out there fighting the war. You can break a human. Oh, you can break it. He wasn't by himself too, because he had 4 of them, right? There was 4 of them. It was a crew of them. There was a crew of them, and one of them snuck away in the middle. One of them, after like 10 years, like, yeah, man, I ain't even sure. And I think it was the commanding officer too. He's like, yeah, I ain't even sure that this is a war, but y'all go on scout. The commanding officer, he snuck away. 2 other people left at another time, but they left him out. No, one of them died, I think, and he left him out there, and he just till the end. Some of y'all gonna fight till we burn up and the last drop of atom bomb falls on us or something. It's just, I don't think we should be fighting these wars. I think we are only at war with ourselves. I think that all you're doing is you're taking your right fist and you're hitting yourself in your own jaw. You're taking your left fist in my country and you're hitting yourself in your own jaw. We're all a part of the same thing. You're just self-destructive, fighting other poor people. The only fight that ever should be fought, the only fight that's ever been real, the only struggle that's really ever had any sustenance and factual root cause problem solving was us versus them. Us versus them. Haves versus the have-nots. That's it. That's the only real struggle. The haves are the ones who want to keep the system. The have-nots are the ones saying, nah, we all just need to be equal. We all need to be equal. You got your land, I got my land. You got your piece, I got my piece. If you want to have guns and tanks on your land, that's fine. You can have anything you want to have. You can grow your cannabis, you can grow this, that, and the other. I do what I need to do over here. You do what you need to do over there. That's the only way we get down. Short of that, we're gonna murder. We're gonna murder everything on this planet. We're gonna speed that extinction up. Short of that. That's all you can do. You can't tell nobody nothing. You're not supposed to tell anybody nothing. That's a narcissistic idea to think that you right all the time. All right. Made it early. I know, Chris, you early here today. Why are you here early today? What's going on in Philly? Why are you up this early? It's another brother y'all should follow. Chris Lewis. He does live streams also. This is a revolution of the mind, not a physical. Yes, Stephanie, isn't it? It's a revolution of the mind. It's a revolution of the mind. You got to get the left side of your brain fighting with the right side. You don't need to fight nothing out here. Nothing out here to fight. It's all a common sense fight. It's a fight back to just trusting in what's true, letting people be who they be. You fix you in your own mirror. It's all revolution. It's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. It's all principle. It's all within your own head. Ain't none of it being fought on TV. You ain't gonna find no real wars on CNN and Fox and MSNBC, none of your ignorant politicians. They ain't fighting, they're fighting fake wars, they're fighting fours. They're trying to get you in the jungle out in the woods fighting people ain't got nothing to do with you. Americans give their kids water guns and tell them call corrupted authorities for help. Foreigners learn their youth early to defend themselves and not rely on authorities. Again, that's mostly true, Chris. That's mostly true. Let's say it another way. Poor people solve their own problems. Everybody else wants to go to the authorities to fix their problems. And there are no authorities. There's nobody who is the author of your rights. There is no one. Your rights are sovereign. Your rights are given to you at birth. You don't have any author of rights that you need to go to get some rights. That's what children do when they want cake, all right? Solve your own problems, and poor people are good at that. That's why you got people living the mole people under Las Vegas and the people living under the streets of New York. They got power, some of them got water. They're solving their own problems. You know, they don't get food all the time, but you're not supposed to eat food all the time. And I'm not saying we should go be them. I'm just simply saying that poor people are creative people. Sad, wealthy people are sick people. They're sick. They don't want to solve nothing. They want to go, he won't cut his grass. I had a neighbor like that. And I was like, you going to tell on me? You going to call the township on me? I don't cut my grass. You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I sure enough got that ruler. I looked at the township ruler. My grass can't be 7 inches. I'm going to wait till 7.5. I ain't touching nothing till 7.5. Not only that, I put some ferns in the street. I put some ferns out there so that it'll block out the sun. The grass will grow slower. Some of it grew tall. I put some trees out there. Some grew this height, that height, the other height. I wait till I get the sign on the door. You don't like how my grass look? You have no idea. See, we used to do this in college. Yeah, if you troll somebody, if you pull a prank on somebody, you're supposed to get pranked back. You don't tell other people what to do. Leave other people alone. Leave other people alone. Shoot. And I still shoveled the driveway. There's an old lady. Snow came. That's the only problem. I was in that fight. I was supposed to take care of people. But I ain't gonna let you tell me what to do in my yard. I shovel your snow when it's cold and the snow plow and the trucks can't get there. I'm a good person. But no, you're not gonna tell me what to do with my haircut, let alone my lawn. Everybody needs to mind their own business. There are no authorities. You have no author of your rights. Your rights are given to you at birth. Courtney says preach. I'm not preaching, Courtney. I ain't preaching. You know me. I'm just saying what I think. I don't care what anybody else does. I'm fine with whatever happens. You're also preachy. And I don't think she's saying that, but people who say that too. You're always telling people what to do. No, actually, I don't. I don't really care what we do. We gotta stop extinction. I honestly don't care about that neither. I'm on nature's side. I'm sharing my experiences, and whatever happens, so supposed to happen. If we can't figure out dropping buildings on babies is a bad idea, we should go extinct. And I'ma cheer that bomb when it comes. I'ma cheer the neutron bomb. Why? Because you let a government make it. And it was okay. It was okay when the neutron bomb's gonna be used on somebody else and their children. You just don't want to use it on you. And it's like this whole gun thing. So I posted yesterday, and it's just like, oh, we need to get the guns from the poor people. And it's like, okay, I get that. You're scared because your neighbor got a gun, but you're okay with the weapons trafficking around the world. And I think to myself, why is that? Why are people scared of guns in their community, but they're not scared of the weapons and the tanks and the bombs and the drones and everything we send all around this planet? It's all about where the barrel is facing it. That's what it is. See, when the barrel's facing you, you got a problem. You're going to catch a case. You're going to get out in the street and march, yell, and scream. But when you putting that barrel on some little girl in some community in the Congo that's being raped every day because she got to go walk 2 miles to get water, you're okay with that. You ain't fighting the Pentagon. You ain't out there. Y'all remember that the march that Cindy Sheehan, she got out there and did? Nobody went. Nobody went. It wasn't time to go, but this sister got passion. She lost her son in this war. Right? So I understand why she went. But I don't see anybody protesting and voting. They're still voting for the Pentagon. They're still voting for the police state. They're still voting for the wars. They're still voting for the weapons trafficking. And I don't know why we're still getting into this with these Bernie people. I don't understand, y'all. I really don't. I don't know. I don't get it. Why do y'all think that he is anti? He is not anti. You're not allowed to be popular in American politics and be anti-war. Besides, he has a voting record. I don't know why we got to keep posting this. Well, I don't know why people think that he is genuine. He is not genuine. He used to be genuine. He's not genuine. The American system doesn't allow for that. But yeah, as long as the barrel's pointing at somebody else, they're fine. They ain't got no issues. They ain't got no issue for the tissue. Well, but you go ahead and let that barrel get pointed at them or their kids. Oh, they get to yelling and voting and screaming, get some pens and Sharpies and just get to yelling and fussing. But they're okay with all the children that got the American barrels and the bombs being dropped on them. That's why I don't like it. I don't like hypocrisy. I don't like hypocrisy. Well, I know I don't like them. Love them. I don't like it. I don't understand. I don't understand. But I get the fact that people think they're supposed to vote, right? The kings and lords tell them you got to get out there and vote. And I get that because that's what I was told until I realized that these people murder people. These people gut countries and burn down nations. And I don't think it's a good idea to continue to listen to them to tell me what to do. All right, anyway. Ooh, that was a mouthful. All right. I got all that out. Let's look at the news. Let's see what's happening. Emo's in the house. Courtney says she loves to mess with Bernie bros. Be careful with them Bernie bros now. Be careful. Be careful. They serious. They in the woods. Courtney, hang on, let me hide this. Yeah, do y'all get that analogy? Be careful, because the Bernie bros, did Bernie have hoes too? I'm sorry, it rhymes. I was raised at the age of rap. Just leave me alone. Got the Bernie bros, because somebody said that we don't call ourselves Bernie bros. Somebody else called us that. I know, but it's kind of funny. It's a little funny. The Bernie bros and the Bernie homes. They're in the woods. They believe the indoctrination. They believe it. And so they're fighting. Just be careful, because some of these people are serious. Some of these people, they really think Bernie ain't going to be another Trump. They really think Bernie ain't going to be another Obama. And half of me is just like, you know what? I hope Bernie wins. He ain't going to win, but half of me is like, I hope because y'all, you think he's going to win. You don't understand. You don't understand American politics. You have no idea what power and money actually are. Trump already won. He won a long time ago. That man got this country so flipping and flopping and done. This side hate this side, that side hate that side. It's all ego. Now, nobody cares what the government's doing. Nobody cares about the laws. Nobody cares about the corporations. Nobody cares about the forced vaccine. Nobody cares about anything. Nobody cares about the wars. They just, I hate you because I hate you because the TV says I hate you and I hate you. And there's no way he's not winning. He already won. He already won. He got everybody looking the other way. These corporations, because you have an oligarchy. Once again, in an oligarchy, anything that makes profit is what's going to happen. He's got everybody so in love with him. He's Jesus Christ walking on water. The other side, they hate him. He's a Satan demon come again. And America was perfect till he got here. There's no way he didn't win. He already won. But part of me hopes that Bernie wins. Part of me hopes it, so we can do the whole rendition again. So you can see Bernie dropping bombs on children and trafficking weapons and because I kind of want to see the Bernie bros and Bernie hoes making excuses for him why he's doing it. Well, why is he doing that? Stepping up mass incarceration, putting more police on the street, writing more law, just so you can see it and they'll get it. And maybe at that point in time, we'll have enough Americans waking enough to realize that their presidents don't actually run this country. Money and power does. I kind of hope he wins, but they're not gonna let him win because I think that would wake them up. And from what I can tell from my friends who liked Bernie before this, people say, who was that? Mark said I was a Bernie guy. I was not a Bernie guy. Let me make that clear. I need to make that clear. Let's start no hashtag faking the news. I was never a Bernie guy. I was never a Trump guy. I was never an Obama guy. I'm a leave people alone guy. And once I realized those guys wasn't leaving people alone, they all doing the same thing. Nope. The political, it's the system. It's the system. The people don't matter. That's just sports team stuff. That's just Redskins versus Cowboys. That's it. They ain't gonna do nothing for you. The franchise always wins. That's how it works. Oh, plastic eating microorganisms. Yep, could save. What they gonna save? Hang on, they gonna save something, y'all. Oh, they gonna save the planet from pollution.
Infinite recycling.
Yes, they will. But will they do it before we all die? That's the question. I was like, this is hope. It's hope. No, because they probably got a byproduct that's gonna, I don't know. They'll take and put in your Hershey bars or something. A toxic byproduct.
Well, or is it? One company claims they have a solution for the world's plastic crisis. RT correspondent Natasha Sweet has more on the latest green technology.
Ooh, green.
With more than 100 million tons of plastic being thrown away every year, it's no surprise scientists are working on an eco-friendly alternative. So imagine a plastic that can break down to be recycled in 10 hours compared to 400 years. When you see reusable bags and plastic touted as being recyclable, some wonder if it's really that black and white. According to the University of Georgia, there is reportedly 100 million tons of plastic waste being thrown away every year. Half of this waste ends up in a landfill, taking some 400 years to fully decompose. And only a quarter of it is incinerated, producing toxic smoke, and the remaining quarter of that is actually recycled. But now efforts are being made to do something about this global crisis. One in the making is from a French company called Clarifies. Their motto is reinventing the life cycle of plastic. And the way they go about it is utilizing a process based on enzymes. These enzymes that normally eat plants are essentially eating up plastic. They help break down the plastic into smaller molecules. This in turn paves the way for biodegradable plastics. This would give consumers more control over single-use plastics, as these bags would break down quickly. For the plastics that would be used several times instead of breaking down faster, this plastic could be shredded, then recycled. But Clarifies isn't thinking small by any means. The startup has already announced a plan with L'Oreal Cosmetics, Nestle Waters, Pepsi, and Suntory Beverage and Food Europe. The company will reportedly provide high-quality recycled plastics to all mega businesses within the next 4 years. And Clarifies isn't the only one. Two students founded a Silicon Valley startup focusing on bioengineered bacteria turning plastic into water. Now, the 20-year-olds created bioselection and have even another patent pending, hoping to make a difference for the plastic that's polluting the world's oceans. Other research coming out of India sounds promising as well. Researchers have reportedly discovered 2 strains of plastic-eating bacteria. Their goal is to fully decompose polystyrene, the key component in single-use plastic products like cups, toys, and packaging. Reporting in Los Angeles, Natasha Sweet, RT.
See, now, I'm going to have to agree with, who said that? I'm gonna have to agree with Rebecca on this one.
Infinite
I don't get
recycling
it.
within reach.
I don't get it. What's wrong? What's wrong with our brains? Our brains don't work. Our brains are fake, breaking down. Why in the world are you trying to make something to break down plastic and we know we shouldn't be messing with plastic? Right? Like, to me, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Plastic bad. Don't do plastic. That's it. Plastic bad, don't do it. Oil bad, don't do it. We have free energy, we got solar energy, you got wind energy, but you got Total Oil, you got oil companies. You got oil companies that want to blow up worlds to get the oil to make the plastic. Why are we worried about? I mean, I understand break it down. I'm not saying don't break it down, but I'm saying that's not a solution. That's holding the system up. Like, oh, we can still keep selling plastic. We don't have to change. We got hemp plastic. How come in the world we aren't using hemp? How come in the world we aren't using veggie? We got veggie plastics. You know, like I see a conspiracy everywhere when it comes to money. When it comes to profit and money and global domination by industry, I see conspiracy. Why? Because they want to keep the system in place. They want to say, oh, see, it's okay. We got something to break down the plastic so we can keep just poisoning the ocean and selling all the veggies and plastic. No, it's not sustainable. Get rid of it. It's a toxin. That stuff is underground for a reason. Let it stay underground. I'm not too interested in that. I have to agree. Recycle harder is not the answer. Rebecca, recycling ain't working. Recycle harder. That's not an answer. That's called that's more stupidity. Right? It's not working. If what you're doing is dumb, don't do it more. Don't make dumb sustainable. We need to figure out how to make dumb more sustainable. We need to figure out how to make ignorance more sustainable. No, as long as that oil is under the ground and poor people live over it, they're going to murder the poor people to get it if you keep using it. Stop using it. Stop. If the government gave two damns, they would legalize hemp. And that's what people say, hemp in America is legal now. No, it's not, dummy. You have no idea what legal is. You literally can't legalize hemp. It was never illegal, number one. You can't legalize it because it was never illegal, all right? They just had men with guns and badges that would throw you in prison if you planted something that was your constitutional right. And now what they're trying to do is they're trying to do what they did with cannabis. The states are trying to make big money on it. They've seen the federal government make billions of dollars with the pharmaceutical industry. That's what they're doing with cannabis and mushrooms and everything else. They're regulating. See, remember we talked about before, nobody is the author of your rights. There are no authorities, not in real America. The United States government, yeah, but they're not America. They are literally a federal cartel that's owned by international billionaires. They don't give two damns about your constitution. So no, if anyone gave a damn about the plastic stuff in government, they would just say what's truthful. If you are in a position of author of rights that still the majority population believes in, you would just say, hey guys, it was always your right. They couldn't take it away. The Supreme Court is a corporation. The Supreme Court's a corporation, the federal government's a corporation. They actually never really had the right to take it away from you. Yes, they can send people to your door treasonously to take you and throw you and put you in a cage or murder you, but it was never their right to take away from you. That's a political crime. A politician literally pulled it out of their butt because they got big money from paper companies and pharmaceutical and oil companies. You know, but none of the authorities say that. So that's why I don't really care about your authorities say. They're not authors of my rights. They're criminals, right? Bernie actually cared about that. We got the Bernie, but y'all mad at me? The Bernie people here. I'm just saying if Bernie actually cared, he said, you know, Bernie marched with Dr. King, few marches that I would say march with him. That's the wrong word. March in some marches that he was at. How come he's not saying anything about the people walking free that killed him? Because these politicians, they just tell you what you want to hear. You know, same with Trump. I'm not coming down on the Bernie. I'm saying same thing. We're talking about it yesterday. You know, we still got people who believe that somehow you took a guy who used to be a billionaire that showed how intelligent he was on, what was it, Apprentice? I didn't watch the show. Apprentice, I seen 1 or 2 episodes. He just went to be a smart man. All of a sudden, he became a blue collar person that couldn't even pronounce, couldn't pronounce nothing. He got a little twang, when you listen to him every now and then. Became a cowboy. There ain't no kind of no cowboy. He came out of New York. He was a real estate thug. Come on, stop playing. Like, oh, he and the other side stupid as everybody. Oh, he's racist. Oh, you have any idea how many times that man that took pictures with Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton and dancing in Bobby Brown videos? Man, come on. He ain't been with Snoop Dogg partying with the people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. People believe TV too much. Remember, the boob tube will make you a boob, and not a delicious one, but a stupid one, all right? But, you know, that's what TV does to people. What else we got? Vaccines mean big profits for big pharma. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Oh, and this might be the report I was talking about. Is this the report I was talking about? This might be the one. I want y'all to see
And
this.
now a new study from the Journal of Trace Elements in Medicine and Biology says that the CDC's vaccine schedule, which is their guide for doctors and parents, you know, which vaccines to get and when to get.
And anybody about to shut me off, y'all, this is a doctor. This is a doctor. This is a doctor. This is a doctor. For those of y'all who play doctors on Facebook, for those of y'all who play scientists, you know, because that's what the doctors play doctor on TV, General Hospital. I'm not a real doctor, but I play a doctor on Facebook. For those of y'all who play scientists, those of y'all who play, I know something about anything that I don't know nothing about. This is a doctor about to speak.
Get them may have harmful effects for their children. Joining us to discuss this is Dr. Shiva Ayyadurai, a scientist who holds 4 degrees from MIT, including a PhD in biological engineering. He spent decades researching the immune system and is an advocate for medical safety. Now,
decades researching the immune system, all kind of PhDs, LMNOP, 7P, OP, OPP, all of the P's, got all of them. He got all of them. Been researching the immune system for decades, not for 2 weeks on Facebook, not for 2 weeks on the CDC website, but actually working with the human immune system. Listen to what this man got to say.
Now, Dr. Shiva, I want to start here. You know, this study says that when it comes to aluminum, the CD schedule essentially recommends 15.9 times the recommended safe level. So what are the neurological risks of this kind of exposure to these levels of aluminum when it comes to children?
Well, it's a good question. The reality is no one really knows what the risks are. The risks are indeterminate, and the pharmaceutical companies have not done the risk assessment studies. If you look at what's happened with Big Pharma, you know, their entire business model when it came to drugs was highly, very, you know, liability. They had to go through many risk assessment models. However, vaccines have avoided that entire risk assessment process.
I'm gonna stop for a minute. Nobody knows the side effects. Nobody, I'm gonna repeat what he said. Nobody knows if anything that comes from a laboratory is safe or effective for 7 billion people. Nobody knows the trouble I see. Nobody knows my sorrows. Nobody knows. Nobody. Not a body on this planet knows. 98% monkeys, we have no damn idea. And I'm gonna back them up. I'm gonna back them up with epigenetics because I can't play a doctor on TV, but gosh darn it, I'm gonna back them up when it comes to critical thought. If we know that the environment that you put your cells in changes your genes through epigenetics, then nobody knows what's gonna happen to your body when you put Coca-Cola in it. Nobody knows. Nobody's studying it. Nobody knows. Bottom line, period. Nobody has any damn idea. This is why it all has to be choice. No one has any clue. No one's studying it. The equipment doesn't exist. The science hasn't even been invented yet. We still don't even know how the body works, okay? Nobody knows. Don't let anybody tell you that they know. They don't know that somebody is faking the funk.
Because of the way that vaccines were not put into the standard drug model. So they've avoided risk, and because of the 1986 ruling with the vaccine courts, there's no liability. So when you fundamentally think about it, pharma companies with the old drug model were losing money, where it had high risk, high liability, but vaccines, there's no risk and no liability.
No risk, no liability, okay? So what does that mean? What is he telling you? Not only do they do less testing for the vaccines than they do for your headache medicine, they don't know what your headache medicine's doing to you, and they don't even do that testing for your vaccines. So not only does nobody know, but nobody knows what nobody knows that don't know that nobody knows because they don't know what they don't know. And oh my goodness, it just goes on and on. But then on top of that, there's no liability. So nobody knows for your headache medicine, and you might die, but you can sue Tylenol. But nobody knows what they don't know for the vaccines and your flu shots. However, if you get sick, you can't sue them. That's the perfect business. That's called a business model. That's why I don't do conspiracy. I don't do conspiracy. It just makes it, there's no liability. They literally could take, what is this? Hang on. I don't even know what this is. What is this? Oh, this is a piece of my deodorant. That's my deodorant right there. Anybody wants some deodorant? It's an orange rind. It's an orange. They could take that orange rind, grind it up, put it in a shot and shoot it in y'all and don't even care what happens. Why? because they don't care. You could be like deathly allergic to, I don't know, fungus that grows off of old lemons that people use for deodorant and leave under their desk for like 2 months. They don't care. You don't sue them. You go to a panel, and the panel of taxpayers have to pay the problem. And they can just keep selling it. It's the perfect business. You can't do nothing about it. They just keep selling. That's what I'm saying. It's a religion. It's all a religion now.
So the fundamental issue is we do not know what the risks are. This paper that just came out is another in a series of attempts attempting to sort of poke the bear to really figure out what the risk assessment is. You know, people have talked about aluminum, people have talked about mercury, people have talked about these other adjuvants. The reality is we need to really take a systems approach to this. You know, recently we presented a paper at the National Science Foundation a couple of months ago showing that the entire vaccine development model is based on a 50 to 150-year-old science of vaccines, which basically only have two boxes, the innate immune system and the adaptive immune system. The reality is modern science shows that the immune system is much more complex with the innate, the adaptive, the microbiome, and the gut-brain axis. And so the entire basis of vaccine development was based on a very, very 60 to 150-year-old model. Today, we understand the immune system is much more complex, and when you go stick in a vaccine into the adaptive immune system, there's a whole set of choreography of the chemical reactions that can take place. We don't know what their risks are. So this paper, it's in a series of people sort of trying to poke around and try to understand, but until we really take a holistic view of the immune system, which is a lot of what our research is doing right now, which we presented at the NSF, we're not going to really understand risk. And when you don't understand risk, when risk is indeterminate, you must give people choice.
So I appreciate one thing he said, an analogy that came to my mind. You know how he said choreography? He said choreography. Think about an orchestra. So everything works together, right? You got the strings and the horns, and everyone's kind of got their own section. You got the conductor, and he's conducting. He's got everything going. It's time for you to play. You play this. I didn't have one. His name was Mr. Scarce. He's crazy about that. That man was a nut. Probably why I like band, because he'd throw the baton at you, hit you in your head. Teachers don't know that. Listen anyway. Principal didn't know that neither. But you know, you're trying to orchestrate. You got this immune system that's orchestrating, like, okay, you do this, you send that, you white blood cells, you go do that, you do flip that. It's like taking an orchestra and, I don't know, getting like a bucket of acid and like running up on the stage and just throwing a bucket of acid on all the horn and the strings and all the different sections and the conductor and just see what happens. Let's just see what happened, right? We don't know. We don't know. And if you don't know, you can't require it. And that's his point. Like, you're busy, your immune system in your body is trying to conduct things. It's trying to conduct and figure out how many white blood cells to make for this, how many memory T cells to make for this, how many cytotoxic T cells, how many to do this. And all of a sudden somebody comes in and just throws some shots, some acid all on everybody and just see what it does to the music. I can tell you what's going to do to the music. I'm not going to say if it's going to be good or bad. I'm saying it's not going to be a Mozart composition. We've been composing, your immune system's been composing Mozart since the beginning of time. You go throw a bucket of acid, Coca-Cola, fruit juice, whatever on, it's going to change the music. And nobody knows what music is going to come out the other side. So I actually appreciate that analogy. Your body knows what it's doing. Your body has always known what it's doing. And it's trying to do it. But of course, corporations, if they can replace the immune system, they can make a whole lot of money taking the baton from the conductor and starting to conduct your immune system in a sound piece that they don't know. Music that they never read. Music that nobody on this planet even understands. There are no side effects from these things. There are effects of you turning over and outsourcing your immune system to people who have no damn clue, using science, like he said, that's damn near 150 years old, an outdated model.
And what kind of safety testing is the CDC required to employ here?
Well, it's a great question. As I mentioned, when you look at the drug model, they have to go through many different types of in vitro, in vivo, before you even get the IND allowance to go do your phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Vaccines do not need to undergo anywhere near that safety or vaccine safety model. You know, a few months ago, we held the first international conference on vaccine safety. Around 650 people showed up, 450 people online across the world, 200 people in Cambridge. And the essential thing that came out of that conference is there is no real risk assessment models. There is no really vaccine safety models. And that's the fundamental issue. And again, it comes down to the point that Big Pharma sees vaccines as an amazing market opportunity for them because there is no risk for them because if there is, someone wants to sue them, they have to go to the vaccine courts, which is where we as the American taxpayers pay for the liability. They're shielded from that, and at the same time, they don't have to show any risk because the entire process of vaccine development is very different than the drug development model. So it's a phenomenal opportunity for pharma.
In the U.S., we've been...
Phenomenal opportunity is an interesting word I disagree with. That's not a phenomenal opportunity. You literally have captive customers, no testing and no accountability. That's not called an opportunity. That's not opportunistic. That's you own every damn thing. And this is capitalism. I know people get upset when you say it, but in reality, cronyism is capitalism. That is the effects of capitalism. They use capital to buy the laws. They bought your politicians, they bought both parties, and they've made you all captive customers. So you don't have a choice. They've taken your rights, and that's what capitalism will do. That's what it's designed to do. No, socialism ain't no better. Communism ain't no better. They all got something that they're good at, but in reality, if you have a system based on capitalism, it is required to eventually take all your rights and capital decides. You have no option but to become an oligarchy because your system is based on capital. If your system is based on capital, greed always wins. That's what it's always going to become.
Seeing a lot of news coverage about measles outbreaks and kind of like more of a hysteria take where they say like, oh, maybe you don't want to vaccinate your children, but then you're endangering my children. So what's your take on this debate between, you know, herd immunity versus natural immunity? What does the science show?
Yeah, you've hit upon a very, very important question. You know, when I presented at the National Science Foundation this new theory of the immune system, which shows that you have, for example, if I happen to sneeze on you, right, your innate immune system first kicks in. Let's say I had measles. That pathogens go through your ears, your nose, your eyes, etc., which is called the innate immune system. Your immune system over billions of years.
Hang on, wait, he missed a step. Hold on, it's not an innate immune system. That's not what happens first. Somebody sneeze on you, you get hit in the jaw. That's what happens. This is America. That's not the first system to kick in is not the immune system. You sneeze on somebody, you get hit on the jaw. You sneeze on me while I'm holding one of my kids, a baby or something, you get hit twice in the jaw. That's just, I know, sound violence, but it's a reflex. I can't do nothing about it. I grew up in the Washington, D.C. area, and I read newspapers, and I know what these Americans are doing, eating Twinkies and ho-hos, coughing on each other, not washing their hands, going in and out of bathrooms. They're cultivating the worst diseases on the planet. Hell no, you sneeze on me, you get cracked. That's what's supposed to happen. That's how you gotta teach people to cover your mouth. Don't act like you ain't learned how to cover your mouth. Grandmama used to smack the hell out of me. Stop it, stop it. Let's not pretend that we don't know what happens the first time you sneeze. You go walk up to a total stranger, do that on them. What's gonna happen? They're gonna look at you like, oh, my immune system's kicking in. No, it's not. They're gonna kick you. That's what's gonna happen. That's supposed to happen. Have people cultivating the worst bacteria, swine flu, Zika mixed with Moab and a bunch of other stuff all up in their bodies, eating Twinkies and ho-hos and cakes and not drinking anything organic. Drinking fluoride and chlorine, taking pharmaceutical drugs because it doesn't feel good and they just throw more of that crap down in them. You got germs and bacteria just learning and dancing like, oh, super flu. Woo! No, the first thing is not the innate immune system. That's not the first thing that kicks in. The very first thing that kicks in is you. You get kicked. That's a knee-jerk reaction. Knee is what you're supposed to do a jerk. You're supposed to take your knee and stick your knee inside of the jerk. That's what, all right, I'm sorry. I know, I'm sorry. I'm being honest with you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm sitting there and you sneeze on me and I can feel the juice on my face and I can feel like little droplets of what was in your body. And I look and see that you drinking Pepsi Cola and you over the age of 50 and don't know what Pepsi is. Putting all that sugar in you, cultivate. No, you're supposed to get hit. That's what I love you to death. Love you to death, but I'm going to have to, it's just going to be a reflex. I'm apologize later. Then I'm gonna go get me a towel, some wipes or something, because there's always some woman around with some wipes. Always some woman with a baby just, and the baby don't even smell like baby oil or nothing. The baby don't even smell like baby powder. All the babies now smell like antibiotics. They smell like they smell like alcohol. Because they always got these wipes down. They won't let the kids touch nothing. Like, oh, the kid touched the wall. And he wiping his hand in his face and stuff. I'm like, lady, the baby didn't even touch the wall with his face. Why are you putting alcohol? All right, I'm done. People do dumb things. That's another reason why they're cultivating the worst diseases on the planet. Because now your body's fighting the alcohol. Now you done killed all the good bacteria that's on your skin that's protecting your body and took all the oils off. Now you got to produce more of those things and not to fight the viruses in your body. You see what I'm saying? All right, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that's not the first thing that kicks in. That's not in America. That's not the first thing that kicks in.
Yours knows how to naturally react to it, strengthen itself, and become resilient. When we take the vaccine approach, which again comes from a 50 to 60-year-old science, or 100-year-old science, we're sticking something right into the bloodstream, into the adaptive immune system. And the hope is that is going to create antibodies. And that is going to equal both systems. The reality is we don't know if it's equal, but we do know that the modern immune system clearly shows that we don't know the risk, nor do we know the benefits of the vaccine versus the the natural way of getting it. And that's what needs to be done if we really want to practice real science versus this outdated science that the entire vaccination model is based on.
Dr.
Real science versus corporate lies. Real science versus corporate lies. Because vaccine is not science now. And he explained it to you. He's a doctor. No, it's not science. And even science ain't science if you really think about it, because the science is never really settled, which is why we came to this understanding as a family that if anybody tells you that the science is settled, at that point in time, they stop being a scientist and they become a salesman. That's all they're doing. They're selling pharmaceuticals. I appreciate this guy. He's speaking the truth.
Shiva, thank you for your work. Thanks for coming on. We hope to have you back.
Great. Thank you.
All right, at this point, I have to stop. I'm not sure she's going to talk more about vaccine. I can't do the new because they only give you so much. They give me some leeway. I think I'm over my leeway. I'm over my leeway. They'll delete the video or they'll do something. Even though he was a scientist, although I will say Facebook's getting better. They are getting a little better. They're still deleting videos. They deleted all the gun rallies videos from yesterday, or the ones that people tried to send me. They said they were stopping the live streams. But you can't go too far. You always have to pull back. Like you can't hit the dollar too much. Because like I said, it's not a conspiracy, it's just money. Facebook got to sell ads. Most of the ads are bought by pharmaceutical companies. They need to have a viable business. They can't do that if you're constantly always on the one issue. And so I tried to jump around. It's just money. Israel drone strikes meant to provoke Iran. Yes, of course they were. And Americans are too stupid to know that, but that's the truth. The drone strikes were meant to provoke Iran. And they're still striking. They send drones over to piss Iran off. That's why I say Iran is one of the most peaceful, restraining countries I've ever met. Iran, my grandmama might have taught Iran something too, because they just peaceful, sit back. If I was Iran, I'd have been like, y'all sneezed on me. That's what a drone strike is. Iran, they must believe in sustainability and like maintaining the earth. I don't at all. I'm fine with nature. We all can go. If I was Iran and y'all drone sneezed on me, we gonna have to end it. I'm gonna blow everything up. I'm gonna get the earth right back to nature. But this is real talk right there. Because they're provoking. That's what they want. They want a world war. When you're surrounded by enemies, and this is an Israel thing, when you're surrounded by enemies on all sides, you want a world war. They want more land. They want a world war. They're okay with millions of people, if not billions of people dying. And that should tell you everything you need to know about your criminal government being members of this whole treasonous, what is that thing called? We got dual citizenship. I don't know how in the hell, and I think Bernie was that. Did you invite the Bernie people? Bernie was one, right? They said, but he got out of that. I know a Bernie bro. One of the Bernie bros is my brother, and he said, well, Bernie, he was a part of the Israel lobby thing. First of all, you literally don't have a Congress if you have more than half of the Congress are members of the Israel. They got Israel citizenship. That's not a Congress. That's not. That's literally that's they don't, because they don't have our Constitution, y'all. You know that, right? They don't. They don't respect our Bill of Rights. And if your politicians have dual citizenship, that should tell you everything you need to know about their loyalties. And so, but he corrected me, and the Bernie brothers said, "Well, that's okay, because Bernie got out of that. Bernie's not doing that no more." I know, but I'm like, yo, but if he had the ability to be treasonous day one, I'm not going to trust him day two. I'm not going to trust him, because just because you get outside of that thing, and it's not an anti-Israel thing. So let's be clear. It's not an anti-Israel thing. It's not an anti-Palestine, not a pro-Palestine thing. I just don't believe in war. I believe in reflexes. I don't believe in war. Right? It's a Zionist thing. It is a Zionist thing. Be clear. Oh, we were talking about that yesterday too, because Dr. King said a few things. Dr. King was pro-Israel. To a degree. And what I tried to explain to the sister, it was Sister Kate, we were talking about it. It's like, yeah, but the thing is Dr. King in 1960s didn't know what we know in 2020, right? We sometimes we hold people accountable in the past for what we didn't know, and now we do know. And the difference, and in fact, Tony was the one who pulled my coattail to this and helped educate me a lot on the difference, the Ashkenazi Jews and stuff. And I still don't know what the hell he was talking about. I'm better at it. I'm getting it, but they're two different groups and where they came from. But so in sake of the USS Liberty, now Dr. King, he actually, that was a man of principle. That was a man of principle to a degree, as we all are. But when it came to war, I mean, basically, he turned against the civil rights movement, the other civil rights leaders, to be anti-war, because they were all pro-war. They didn't really care. As long as they got what they wanted, they were fine. He turned against all of them. Trust me, I feel like Dr. King when it comes to I'm sitting here telling 200 million people in my country, how many black people? 50 million. I ain't one of y'all. I'm a god. Them people turn on you fast. I'm surprised I ain't on the cross right now. I get it. But the thing was, what I'm saying is he was anti-war, right? The whole USS Liberty thing, when the Israel government attacked the American ship, one of the pilots was a Jew. The rest was Zionists. Why? How do I know that? Because he was the one who said, that's an American ship, I'm not gonna fire. And he went back to base. Did you know that? And do you know as soon as he landed, the Israel government, the Zionists, put his butt in prison. He was in prison for, what was it, a couple decades? I forgot his name, don't have it, read the history. Read your history. That's what happens when you actually read the Torah. That's what happens when you're a Jew. You're anti-war. You believe in loving people and caring for people. And this is what I'm trying to say. You gotta be careful how you use words. You don't understand the difference between a Jew and a Zionist. Zionism has absolutely nothing to do with the Jewish people, all right? That's all I'm saying. So Dr. King, you can't really attack him on that because he didn't know the things that we know now. You know, he wasn't like, if he was alive now, oh Lord, if he was alive. Did y'all watch the Boondocks? Y'all need to watch the Boondocks. It's a great documentary. It explains a lot to you. There was a do a search. I'll post a link. Do a search for Martin Luther King Boondocks, and you will find out why Aaron Magruder is no longer allowed on black entertainment television or any television that black people watch. Because he told the truth. That man was not here to play. Aaron Magruder was not here to play. If Dr. King was alive today, I'd play it, but they'll pull this video so fast. He flipped the hell out. Oh, he reminded me of Killer Mike. Y'all remember Killer Mike? He's like, niggas, shut up. What y'all witnessing? Yeah, Martin Luther King would not be happy with the state of any of your American politicians. I'm gonna tell you right now. That's why we're not gonna get into a whole nother Martin Luther King thing. It's just understanding the man was anti-war. He was I don't want to go down this route, but somebody posted that the other day. They said, well, everything that Bernie stands for came from Martin Luther King, so I feel that we got to address this. I think we got to address it a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't even know everything that Bernie stands for. I don't know everything. I'm just saying, okay, well, if we look at the status of America, what in America would Martin Luther King be okay with? Because this is more, I guess, for the left, because they're the ones who like cheer this all the time. You know, what exactly is he going to be okay with? War, prison system, vaccines, taking people's rights. You know, Martin Luther King was for the Republic. You understand that, right? He wasn't for the federal government. You know, they Democrat. No, he wasn't a Democrat Republican. They tried to put him on the, are you a Democrat or Republican? I ain't neither one of them. That's not his voice. That's he refused. He wasn't into author of rights. He wasn't into slavery and mass incarceration. He wasn't into any of the things that Bernie is a part of. You understand a part of, right? You understand that he is a member in all of this. You can't be a member of something and saying, that's not had nothing to do with me. It's like Boy Scouts. I was a Boy Scout. Bernie was a Boy Scout. See, to become a Boy Scout, you have to believe in certain principles about scouting, okay? If he's affiliated with the Democrats, and Dr. King didn't want to have nothing to do with no damn Democrats, let alone Republicans. Y'all need to stop praising it. Oh, well, my leader is like this. Your leader is not like that. Your leader likes to murder and kill people. Your leader gets paid to put people in incarceration. If they don't get money directly from the people who are getting thrown into prison or the police that are doing it, they're getting money from the people who make the locks, the shoes, the cotton pants, the shoelaces, the commissary food. That's how cronyism works, people. You know, like I said in my example the other day, a little while ago, is that, you know, who would go join the mob? Right? Like, who would go join the mob and say, I'm anti-mob? Come on, Bernie, stop it. Let's not play. And this is, again, Trump, Obama, all of them, Warren, Ocasio, all of them. You mean to tell me that you're going to go join the Bloods of the Crips and tell me that you're going to be at church on Sunday? Dr. King wasn't for none of them. None of them. Well, if he were alive today, he'd be chastising the hell out of everybody. Well, if Dr. King alive today, he'd be fighting white supremacy. The man believed in loving hate away. He would not be with you yelling and screaming about some damn white supremacy. He didn't care about none of that nonsense. He was about bring people together and take care of the poor. The reason they killed him isn't because he was fighting white supremacy. He was fighting American supremacy, okay? He was fighting bank supremacy. He was fighting for the Republic, all right? That's the reason they killed him. He actually started attacking the system and stopped in these wars. Hang on, let me get rid of this. He stopped in these Onoda wars, right? They had him out. He was born in America. They had him out in these fake wars. They had him out becoming this side, that side, whatever side. But once he realized, I ain't gonna stay in the woods no more. I ain't fighting for this. I'm fighting for all the poor. I'm gonna fight for the poor white kids. I'm gonna fight for the poor black kids. I'm gonna fight for the poor Vietnamese kids. And I'm gonna say end the war. And everybody turned on him, and then they murdered him. So yeah, there ain't no Democrats and Republicans that believe in Martin Luther King. Ain't no Democrats and Republicans that love Martin Luther King. Hey, because if so, then they don't even watch his speeches. They have no idea what he stood for, and they stood on the ground, the political ground that murdered him. They stood for the system that keeps covered up his killers, letting them walk free. All right. Anyway, all right, I'm done with that. Yeah, let me see if there's anything else in here. I gotta go. Slavery. I gotta get out of here. Who really killed Martin Luther King? That's another good one. I think she hit it again. Dr. Pepper. She explained that, you know, that his killers are still free and Democrats and Republicans don't give two damns, but they're gonna post his memes all day. Establishment media pushes for contested conviction. What is that? Convention as CNN is global. We're seeing in its garbage trends. I'm not even sure what that is, but it says CNN, so I know it's half lies in terms of what CNN is. Anything establishment, you got to turn on. There's no political parties anymore. You got people who are for the establishment and people who aren't. People who are rocking the boat and people who aren't. And usually, in my mind, if you're rocking the boat, you're not actually on the boat. And everybody elect is on the boat. New York Times endorsement patronizing to women. I don't think I want to get down that fight. I'm going to go down that avenue right now. Because I got to get out of here. That's going to be a long conversation. Because people still in that fight, too. They're still in that patriarchal. They're still in the woods. Like, but if women ran things, it wouldn't be any better. Well, we're just not going to go there. I'm just not going to get in that right now. World leaders vow new political approach to Libyan conflict. If they're currently world leaders, they're psychopathic because the world is psychopathic. I'm not interested in a new political approach to Libyan conflict. I'm interested in, if you are in Libya, you decide what the Libyan government's about, or if you even want one. If you don't live in Libya, shut the hell up. Okay, I think we need to get to that place. If you don't live in my yard, you don't live in my border, shut the hell up. If you don't live in Iran, shut the hell up. If you don't live in Iraq, shut the hell up. I think that's what we have to get to. People need to start respecting their own space. If this isn't your skin, shut the hell up. You know, you don't get to put Tylenol and vaccines and everybody else. All right, that name, Dr. Pepper. Yes, Lori, Dr. Pepper, not to drink, but the brother who explained what happened to Dr. King when none of the black people would. All right, well, not none of the black people. I appreciate the irony. I appreciate the irony of the fact that, hang on, let me go back. I appreciate the irony of this brother coming out saying, I got to get out the way so they could shoot Dr. King. and Dr. Pepper.
A hurry. But that gave me the wonderful privilege of spending the last hour on earth. 3 preachers in a room.
I had the wonderful privilege of spending the last hour on earth with Dr. King before I got out the way and let the people murder him. Because they told me to get out the way. I appreciate the irony. That's what I'm saying. I don't trust people because of no skin color. You dumb and fool. Dumb as a day is long. If you're still playing race games.
Abernathy, King, and Kyle. And we spent that last hour together in room 306 at the Lorraine Motel. The press is always curious, and writers, what went on? What did you talk about? I say, we just talk preacher talk. What preachers talk about when they get together?
I don't even remember what we talked about because I was thinking about jumping out the way when they're getting ready to murder him.
What you fixing to hear now?
About 5:45, we walked on the balcony, and he was talking to people in the courtyard. He stood here and I stood there. Only as I moved away, so he could have a clear shot. Stood there. Only as I moved away, so he could have a clear shot. Stood there. Only as I moved away, so he could have a clear shot. The shot rang out.
Thank you.
I turned around and then knocked him back on the balcony.
Listen. Oh. Wait, listen. Listen. 30 years later, this brother never realized he would slip and say that.
3 years later, yes, slip and say. And that's what I'm saying. The truth always comes out. But you gotta act on it. You gotta act like you know that. You gotta act like you know that the truth will always come out. And we're not being told the truth right now. You gotta act like you know that. You have to use history and a little common sense. They always hide it for a good 20, 30 years. And right now, and the reason they hide it for 20 or 30 years is because they don't want you to change anything at that time. They'll wait till the people who care are mostly dead and the new generation is along doing what they're doing. Look at the model. And if you understand the model is they always release 20 to 30 years later, they'll let come out the truth of what's happening at that time. You have to accept that you don't know what's happening at this time. That's the model that has to change. You can't have any secrets in government. You can't have any secrets in corporations anymore. It should be very obvious what their job is. All right, y'all talking about everything. Coke has stevia versions. Yes, it does. Okay, Lori's in the Coke fight. You in the woods, man. She's out in the Coke fight. She's like, I'm gonna take on Gerard and that just Coke thing. He didn't say grown people shouldn't drink soda. All right, I get that. I mean, getting sugar out of Coke, that's a good idea. I agree with that. That's a good idea. But what else is in the Coke? I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna look up Coke, Steve, because Coke, the problem is the Coke ingredients. And I'm not saying that Lori shouldn't drink Coke. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying you shouldn't drink Coke. I'm saying I don't drink any soda at all. It's not even in the house. I don't buy it. They give it to me for free with a pizza. I pour it down the sink. I don't have nothing to do with no soda, but I'm glad to hear that they are now making Coke with stevia. I think Coke would be healthier if they made it. Well, I think they still use coca leaves, but they take the cocaine out. If they left everything in there, then I might drink Coke. If Coke was naturals made with coca leaves and stevia, you might have, can't we just do coca leaf stevia tea, something like that? But I'm not gonna look at the ingredients. I'm just saying, I'm an ingredient shopper. Right? Look at the recipe on the back. Well, only if it's not Twinkies. If it's Twinkies, I'm not looking at the recipe. I don't care. Like my kids said with barbecue chips, I got my favorite variety. I don't look. I don't care. I'm healthy. But it's everything else. I flip it over and I look at that. Look at them ingredients. Miss Sig, Flat, Flab, and Flibbin, Miss Sorba date 7, number 8, and H7, Botoxian number H. Nah, I don't need to drink. I don't need to eat it. I have no idea what it is. I don't trust your corporations, and you shouldn't trust them. Don't trust them at all. Stevia plants are easy to grow. Yes, they are, Christine. I always got stevia growing. I tell people to grow stevia. It's easier to grow than basil. It's a weed, literally a weed. You put it outside in the spring. If you live in a cold environment, bring it in, stick it in front of a southern-facing window for 3 or 4 months through the winter, and put it right back out. It grows into a bush and it just keeps going. It's hard to kill. Long as you get a little bit of water. I grew it in aquaponic systems. That stuff you cannot kill. I like that stevia commercial. Y'all see the stevia commercial? The guy's like, in my backyard, I got a stevia grow operation. Take that, stevia. That's a thinking company. That's a thinking company. But no, I don't want their stevia. I don't want, was it Truvia? Whatever the name. I don't want their stevia. I like stevia tea. I don't put that in Coca-Cola, I put that in hot water. I think Coca-Cola is trying to kill me. I do. I see conspiracy everywhere. I don't think it's in their best interest to help my health. Let me see. It says the biggest caffeine junkie on the. Am I a caffeine junkie, Patricia? Remember, I showed y'all my cup at the end of the day. This is literally, how many cups of coffee is this? This is probably 2 cups of coffee, and I still got coffee in there. I'm taking sips, girl. I ain't drinking. You don't see me guzzling. You don't see me guzzling, do you? You just keep seeing, hey, he's just constantly drinking caffeine. But you didn't see me with the picture pouring more in there, did you? See, you think I could be naturally ADHD. See, you looking at my ADHD and you like, oh, he flipping out because of caffeine. Maybe not because of caffeine. Maybe because I was that kid that didn't like to sit in school and my mama just didn't think it was good to give me drugs. No, I like caffeine. I do. But I don't judge nobody when anybody drinks. I just look at it and say, are you going to drink that? You going to put that in your mouth? Okay. Yeah, but no, I drink my coffee. But the weird part is my body doesn't like it anymore. I used to drink a whole lot of coffee. Oh, Patricia, I used to help Starbucks out so much, and they didn't pay their employees nothing. They hated employees. They were slavers. I used to go over there. I almost had $150 a week Starbucks habit. I mean, I was over there. Breakfast, I have my coffee, and I get me a scone or a biscuit or something. I go back at lunch, give me another venti something, mocha chocolate latte with almond milk or something else, and I get my lunch. And afterwards, I go back in the evening. Oh, I was just throwing it all the way to Starbucks. And Starbucks couldn't care. They make the most horrible coffee in the world. Horrible, I'm sorry. They're horrible. No, never promote no Starbucks. They use too much cream and sugar to hide the nasty flavor of their coffee. I haven't been there in like forever. Green tea and lemon, yum. Like me some green tea, Lord. Just curious if you could make a natural version at home. Soda, I hate kombucha, so that's not an option for me. I'd say almost yes, Megs. I'd almost guarantee you can probably make a natural home soda without the CO2. Don't put CO2 in your drinks, people. Come on, man. We're supposed to be fighting climate change. How are you going to fight climate change to put CO2 in your soda and complain about CO2? All right. No, but seriously, we're oxygenated creatures. Don't put no carbon dioxide in your drink and put it in your mouth. That's not a good idea. Make a natural soda at home. I bet you that they stole soda. I bet you that a shaman had a copyright for soda. He used to make soda with the coca leaves and some stevia, the Aztec sugar leaf, something like that. And they figured out, oh, he's got a delicious drink. And they killed him. And they stole his recipe, put carbonation in there, and now they sell it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. No, there's nothing original. Wealthy people aren't creative people. They just like to steal ideas. I'll tell you what I know. Like Chris was saying earlier, poor people, the most creative people on the planet. That's why they abuse them and they They steal their ideas and then go let them live in holes in Las Vegas under sidewalks. I've heard monk fruit is good. Oh, I've never had monk fruit, Kim. I'm gonna have to look that up. Give me some seeds. Somebody got some monk fruit seeds? Y'all should send me some seeds. I'm gonna grow me some monk fruit. All right, I don't know. Monk fruit might be a different name. Kim might be, monk fruit might be what they call okra in China or something. Now, I don't know about monk fruit. Hang on. I'll look it up. Monk fruit sounds delicious. Sounds like it's gonna make me smart or something. But I grow the Buddha hand. You know, the Buddha lemon hand. It's a citrus that looks like a lemon. I grow that one. All right. Anybody got any last words? I can jump off of here. Man, y'all just going on YouTube, boy. Y'all having a great old conversation. And once again, y'all don't care nothing about what we talking about over here. They just having a great conversation. Let me see. We built this country on experimentation on the most vulnerable. Oh, speak the truth, Miss Tree. It's all about the colonial, corporatist, elite capitalism. It is, Miss Tree. That's why I can't have any parts of it. Not for me. That's why I can't have any parts of it. They try to tease me. Oh, we're going to give you reparations. I keep telling them, you stick that reparation right up you where the sun don't shine, because you haven't given up on slavery. I really don't care. You still bombing kids and dropping buildings on people, and you're going to give me a cut of the booty? No, I don't want none of that booty. That's the booty. That's not the, that is not, that's not the OPP I want. That's not that. I don't want none of that pirate booty. You can keep that. That's gonna send you right to hell. I don't want none of that. Don't cut me in. You need to cut it out. That's for Bernie. That's for Obama's. That's for Trump. That's for all of them. You're not gonna tease me with shiny stuff. You know, it's all oppression money. It's all slavery money. It's all war money. I don't want no drops of it. I got somewhere to go after this. I got somewhere to go after this. I want to go to that other dimension. I'm sick of this place. I want to come back here. And I kind of think that that's true. I think if you figure it out, you actually get to go. If you don't figure out like how to be spiritual, how to be human, how to live in love, how to be better, and you just keep going along with the wars and the murder and the blood, you just want your cut. I just want my cut. You can't get past that greed while you're judging other greedy people. You can't get past that. I think you keep coming back here. I think this is hell. I think that makes some sense. I think reincarnation is real. You're going to stay in hell till you actually find love in your heart. I feel like I'm in church. I feel like I'm preaching. I think this is hell. When I look at how these people live on this planet, this is hell. And you're going to keep coming back and keep coming back and keep coming back till you learn to stop getting down with the mob and the killers and the murderers and the rapists and the Epstein Islanders and all of this stuff that everybody wants to cut up. I don't want to cut none of that stuff. They just need to cut it out. If they release the truth 30 years later, the young generation doesn't care. Yep. And it lets government repeat the cycle of lie again. And you speak on that truth, Ivan. Speak on the truth. And that's why they do it. Because the next generation doesn't care. They know if they sit on it for 30 years, the next generation like, that's not really my generation. To them, it's like history. It's a weird thing. You look like, oh, that's interesting. They killed JFK. How interesting is that, right? It's like, yeah, they're going to kill the next president. You actually get a president in there that's doing something for the American people. They kill, because the system hasn't changed, right? The operation model that they still operate under, the power, that system, it's still there. And that's why people should care about history. They should care about why a government was lying 40 years ago, because if it was lying 40 years ago and nothing changed, they still lying today. That's how you know the UFOs, the U.S. federal government flying around, not sharing with you. They don't share nothing with you. They do the oil wars. They don't bring nothing back with you. They don't bring nothing back for you. And that's assuming you want a cut of the booty. I don't want a cut of the booty. Don't ever trust a big butt in the shine. I think when the song on that, don't ever trust a big butt in the Pentagon. Don't trust it. You're going to get a disease. You're going to come right back down to hell. You're going to die, be reincarnated, and be right back in hell. And they're probably going to put you in the countries that you was taking that hell cut from. That's probably how that works. Post the link, please. Had to get out the way. Clear shot. Oh, the link, Rebecca. Yeah, I got you. That's all we do. Billy Cow. This was a Dick Gregory. I love Dick Gregory. Yeah, I love Dick Gregory. I think y'all white people, y'all should come along with me. If you white, if you're a god, you don't care what I say anyway. But y'all should watch Dick Gregory. He's a little rough on the white people if you think that you are that. But once again, process what he's saying in terms of truth, not in terms of what he believes because the time in which he was born. And that man was on to a lot of stuff. Oh man, has he said some things. Hang on, let me post a minute. And I'm looking for a last comment so I can go. Here's a link right here. And you should share it out on your wall because they're going to delete that in time. Delete the hell out of that one. Oh, no, because they need to keep the narrative. It's white people versus black people. It's like, nope, it's not. Just psychopaths versus the world. That's it. Psychopath. And they come in every shape, color, size, gender, sexual preference, class. Avoid sick people. Avoid sick people. Love sick people, but avoid them and do not place them in positions of power over you or anybody else. Otherwise, when it's time for you to get shot, they're going to step right out the way. All right. Well, I'm good. Y'all having a good comment. Y'all having a good time over there on YouTube. Y'all making friends. I'm good with that. Y'all can ignore me. Just pretend I ain't here. Y'all Kevin and Mystery. Y'all just gonna have fun. Y'all keep talking. I'm not even here. That's not the whole purpose for us to all have a conversation. Nobody on Facebook here. They just making friends. Got all that love and stuff. No, that's good. That's good. I'm glad that y'all making friends. I just want y'all to join the class again. Come back. There's no teachers here, but just join the class. I used to put 100% fruit juice mixed up with carbonated soda water for my kids, and they loved it. Yeah, but Key, I'm not sure that the carbonated soda is a good idea. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying if cow farts is bad, then CO2 is probably bad because we're oxygenated creatures, right? Everything in our body requires oxygen. Like, is O2 oxygen? Yeah, I wouldn't even put that in there, to be honest with you, because even if I wouldn't believe it's O2, not the American government, so it's probably doo-doo. I wouldn't even believe it's O2. But no, I don't think you need to put anything in it. Why does it need to be carbonated? I don't think we need the carbon. That makes people gassy and gives them burping and farting stuff anyway. So I don't think, I think you could just use just natural stuff. What's wrong with natural stuff? All right, Brother Gerard, hear the howl of our pack. Yes, howl on. Y'all making friends. I'm fine with y'all making friends. I'm just picking with you, Kevin. That's I appreciate y'all. I like people making friends. I'm just picking with you. Let me see. I'm answering the call today. That's all you can do, Kevin. People are howling all over this planet. We need to answer that call. They're calling from Yemen. They're calling from Iraq and Iran. They're calling from the Congo. They're calling from all these trailer parks all over America, all these poor kids, all the ghettos and burials. We need to answer that. They're calling from under Las Vegas, veterans living under the damn sidewalk while these politicians are out there on the stage talking about support the troops. Man, I ain't got time for that. That's just crazy. Answer the call. When people are howling, understand these people are part of you. We're all a part of the same energy. Don't turn your back on nobody. The star will shine only as brightly as your deeds. That's absolutely right, Miss Tree. Absolutely. Some of us have to. Learn to sit in stillness if in a bad mood. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like to sit in stillness. Let me see what we stuck on. I don't know what we stuck on, Rebecca. I'm just looking for a last comment so I can go. I want somebody to say something deep so I can go. Talking about kombucha, green tea, back and forth, having some conversations. ADHD, no kidding. It takes one to know one. Yeah, I know, Patricia. I know you just like me. I know, boy. You get Patricia started on Michelle Obama, but she get to going. You can't pause your boy. Here she come with the eggplants. I know she coming. I know Patricia. She got it too. ADHD. Pineapple coconut flavored soda. Ooh, that sounds delicious, Max. Can we not put the soda part? What is soda anyway? Is soda, does that mean that you have to have CO2? I used to love cream soda. When I was a kid, we used to go to Arkansas. Ooh, I love me some cream soda. I should be dead. I should have cancer. I should be gone, but I shouldn't be. I should not be. I don't speak that into existence. Nope, I should not be. My body, my immune system works. I drink my smoothies and it got rid of all that cancer. I used to drink that cream soda. Pork rinds, we used to eat that, pig feet. We used to go down and eat it. Oh, we used to put the pig in the ground and cook it up. I know, now I'm vegetarian. Don't make no damn sense, does it? Maybe that's why. Watching a pig roasting underground. All right. They still do that today. What do they do today, Adam? I think I'm lost in comments. Infinite love to you all. It pervades and connects us all. We are love. Consciousness is love. Yes. Amen, Sister Kim. Amen. take a trip to India. Hell no, Christine, that's not gonna happen. No, I love India. I can't wait to go to India, just not now. We need to fix their train system first, Christine. I had a lot of staff that worked there when I was in colonizing corporate America, had me some slaves that worked over there. I ain't going to India. Nope, I ain't heard too many stories. Nope, they ain't get it. They take turkeys and ducks and chickens and all kind of stuff on that train, and we can't share trains with them for some reason. It's not India's fault. It's not India's fault. I want to go see a 4,000-year-old temple, but the temples ain't in the cities. The temples, they're not going to be in like Bangalore. The temple's going to be in Talamanandu, Talamazuzu, right? It's gonna be way out in the cut, and I got to get on that train for 15 hours. I had staff said they rode that train. You go to sleep, wake up with a donkey in your lap, go to something. No, not me. Nope, Christine, nope, not me. My immune system is strong, but it's not that strong yet. I don't need turkeys and ducks and people on top. No, we need to share some lightning speed trains. We need to share the trains with them that got the air conditioner. We need to share those trains. Other than that, I'm gonna take pictures of India. I want to go to India, Christine, but I think, what's the name of that movie? Because you get me on that movie. What's the name of that movie? Eat, Love, Pray. Like, I watched that movie like, oh, that's so sexy. I want to do that. I want to go to India. I want to find myself. I want to do it. And I'm like, that's not India. We don't like it. We have not been taking care of India. We've not been taking care of our brothers and sisters over there. I ain't going to India. Not going to happen. Shoot, I barely want to go to San Francisco. I'm scared to go to San Francisco. People coughing, sneezing up the bubonic plague now because Baltimore too close. Baltimore, sometimes I'm afraid that wind gonna blow in on me. Not with the governments that we have running this world. Nope. I'm used to the biology and microbiology in my area. My body has learned to fight that pretty well. Drinking my smoothies. I go to India, I come back with gray bumps and I don't know, stuff growing in places that I don't want it growing. No. Oh my goodness, did y'all see the Joe Rogan? Ooh, this is bad. Who's still here? Did y'all see the Joe Rogan? What's the lady's name? She had a sex doll made after her and she got one in her house and she talking about how it creeps her husband out. Did y'all see that? I'll post a link. Y'all need to watch that. Ooh. Oh, the things I heard on that, it kind of hurt me a little bit. Let me see, how do I say that in a nice way that's early in the morning? Yeah, Rogan, he indicated that people buy these things. He used to sell this thing. If y'all used to watch early Joe Rogan, there was something called the Fleshlight. Okay, all right, and so just think it's the opposite of the thing that the women have. And he was kind of explaining to people, he said that people don't wash that thing, men. They got this thing and they don't wash it. And I was just, oh Lord, yeah. People got sex toys, they don't wash them. Fungus growing on them. I think I might become a monk. I think I'm gonna become celibate. I think I'm just done. I was watching this shit. I'm like, wait a minute. You mean to tell me this thing probably got fungus and it's soft because I got all kinds of funguses and this, that, and the other. And then them men are taking that with other women. No, I think I think this is probably gonna go extinct because people got sex toys they don't wash them. Please tell me, that's bad. All right, I'm done. I'm gone. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm about to go. I'm gonna go throw up. I'm out of here. I'll post a link. You can watch it. Joe Rogan. Oh God. Oh my God. Yeah. That's probably a bad thing. You 98% monkeys, you probably need to just I think the older you get, all right, I'm out. Bye. See you.